Hello guys and gals, and welcome. Today is another rune word video, and we are going to be looking at the rune word melody. Melody is a very interesting rune word, and there's quite a few reasons why. And I am joined today by my little friend Mr. NiNi. He's sleeping right here. If it looks like my chest is a little bulbous, he's taking a nap. He may decide to come out. I'm not going to force him. He's not here specifically for the camera, mind you. He's just here to have some fun with me and keep me company throughout the day. And so this particular rune word is very interesting because you can make it in a Amazon specific bow. So it is important to note that Amazon specific bows have plus to skills on them, and if you make it in an Amazon-specific bow, you will get the plus to skills native on the bow itself. So when you have an Amazon-specific bow, they can have up to +3 to bow and crossbow skills. And this is important because when you make this particular bow, it can stack with that +3 that is native on the bow. So when you make a melody, before I even go over the melody, you want to try and find yourself a good Amazon bow that has plus to skills on it already, and you will see why. Now there is really no variation on this particular bow, so there's not a lot to go over on the website, but I would like to talk about the bow itself. So we have first off, right off the bat, you see that it's level 39. So level 39 is not extremely high, but it's a little bit higher than most, and the damage on the bow is a little low because it only has 50% enhanced damage. So do keep that in mind. Now, it does have +3 to bow and crossbow skills. And the reason why I wanted to show it to you this way is because I wanted you to see that the bow does not, in fact, give you native, and it does, in fact, stack with native. So you can see that the +3 and the +3 that would be on something like a Grand Matron bow would, in fact, stack together, and you would have +6 to bow and crossbow skills. So if you were running something like a Freezing Arrow Amazon, this would be perfect for you because you're not so much worried about the physical damage as you are the elemental, and +6 to bow and crossbow skills is going to be a pretty huge boon to you. We also have 20% increased attack speed, which is very nice to have on a bow. We have 50% enhanced damage. We also have 300% damage to undead, which is nice. It's definitely going to help you kill those undead monsters, and there's a lot of undead monsters in Chaos Sanctuary. 300% undead damage is going to work a lot like a Might Aura. So if you think about it like that, it's basically just going to add damage directly to your attack. Very similar to the way that Might works, but only against undead monsters. We also have +3 to slow missiles, +3 to dodge, and +3 to critical strike. And those are all Amazon-only skills. So you get... slow missiles is actually really nice because slow missiles allows you to slow down any missile that's coming in. And I wanted to do this on a Necromancer because I wanted you to see that these particular skills on this bow do not add. So there are items in the game that will just give you the skills, all right? But this is not one of them. This particular rune word does not actually give you those skills. It just simply gives them to the Amazon only. So keep that in mind. So slow missiles slows down all missiles that come in, and there are a lot of things in the game that count as missiles, a lot more than I think anyone really understands. And you really have to just play around with it and see. Even Inferno counts as missiles. We also have +3 dodge, which is nice. It's going to give you a little bit extra of your dodge. Now, when you're a bow Amazon, the evades are actually kind of nice because they save your life. But when you're a melee Amazon, they're a little bit of a hindrance. So it really kind of depends. And we also have +3 to critical strike, which is your double damage attack. So definitely nice there. So you've got pretty nice on the plus to skills just in general. We also have Knockback. And a knockback is always nice to have on a bow, pretty much no matter what. If you are a ranged character, the last thing you want is a monster in your face messing with you. So having knockback is very helpful for that purpose. We also have +10 to Dexterity, which is, of course, going to give you some attack rating. And other than that, it really doesn't have much other purpose. Because it's on the bow itself, it doesn't really help you put on the bow. So so it really doesn't have a whole lot of actual purpose beyond a little bit of extra attack rating and a little bit of extra defense. And of course, since you're wearing a bow, you can't wear a shield, so it doesn't do anything for your block chance. Now, use case scenario for this bow is pretty restricted to Amazons only, and you're probably going to want to make this, like I said, in an Amazon only bow. And what you want to do is you want to find a +3 to bow and crossbow skills Amazon only bow, and you want to put this rune word melody ShaelKoNef in a Amazon bow. And when you do that, you're going to have +6 to bow and crossbow skills. You're going to have +3 to slow missiles, +3 to dodge, and +3 to crit strike, and you're going to have a pretty massive damage increase to your freezing arrow or your exploding arrow, whichever side you go on. And even if you're dual spec, like if you run exploding and ice together, this will be absolutely amazing for both of them because you're going to get 6 to both. It's also going to give you 6 to your multi-shot or your strafe or your guided arrow, or your magic arrow. And magic arrow is great for taking out physical immunes. I'm not sure if you guys have ever known this before, but since magic arrow literally just converts your physical damage into elemental, magic damage, it's good for killing those physical immunes because it just literally converts physical damage to magic. I mean, this particular bow is a little high level at level 39, but if you are an elemental damage Amazon, I can certainly see a use case scenario for this. And I was even thinking maybe I should have made this for my TNT Amazon as I was leveling her up. But I did have a Kukokshaku, which is a very powerful bow as well, and I don't think I missed out on too much by not having this bow. But if you were unable to find yourself a Kukokshaku, this one is definitely a cheap recipe. It's only a 3-socket recipe. You just need to find a good 3-socket Amazon-only bow around your level. And there are a couple choices for that, by the way. So if you were to look out for Amazon-only bows, there are quite a few options. I believe it's the Stag Bow, Reflex Bow, Matron Bow, Grand Matron Bow, Matriarchal Bow, Ceremonial Bow, Ashwood Bow, I believe. And each one of those is going to be a different level. Off the top of my head, I think the Ashwood Bow is the one you would be looking for this particular rune word. So if you wanted to make a melody, try and find yourself an Ashwood 3-socket +3 bow and crossbow skills bow, and then throw melody in here, and you would have a +6 bow and crossbow skills Ashwood bow with some very nice effects on it. And just absolutely excellent for elemental damage Amazons. I wouldn't make this for a physical damage Amazon. If you were specifically physical damage, I wouldn't bother with this bow, not even the least. I feel like it's probably one of the worst options you could do if you were like a multi-shot Amazon or a strafe Amazon or a guided arrow Amazon. It's not going to do you any good whatsoever. Get back in there. I don't even know why you came out. Go. Anyway, guys and gals, I do hope you enjoy these videos, and keep watching.